Hello you lovely people and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a cold start demo in the SC Designs F-5 Tiger II. So I'm going to choose a livery Austrian Air Force. G'day mate, let's put another shrimp on the barbie. And yeah, let's jump in the jet and get it fired up. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is switch on our battery switch, which is down here. I'm going to flick that up once and flick it up twice. You can see the artificial horizon on the radar screen is calibrating, as is the proper artificial horizon. Next we're going to hit the nav lights here, switch on beacons, and I'm going to switch on AOA indexer lights to as bright as I possibly can, and warning lights to bright. Next we're going to come make sure the CADC switch is in normal, which it is. And then we're going to come across and open our fuel shut-off covers. Now we're going to select the ignition switch for engine 1 and press starter. You can see RPMs are building. Once we get to around 20%, we're going to introduce fuel. So switch on now. Just let that spool up. Zero out the altimeter. There we go. Right, okay, so that's settled now. Okay, so we can start engine 2 now. Switch off ignition on engine 1, switch on ignition 2, press the engine 2 starter switch. Again, wait for that to get to around about 20%. Okay, we're going to introduce fuel now, close the covers, and we're going to switch on generator 1 switch. Okay, wait for the RPMs to settle. Make sure we've got a good engine start. And we do. Okay, auxiliary intake doors are open. Okay, so now we can switch off the ignition switch for number 2 and switch on generator 2. Next we will calibrate our nav radios to wherever we're going to. So I'm going to put in the Trent VOR. 11570, and let's switch on the radar to map and zoom out 2 switches there. Okay, as you can see. Then we're going to switch on what type of navigational aid we want on the HSI there. So I'm going to go to VOR. Okay, there you go. So the VOR is now active. Just going to plumb that in. I've just overdone that slightly there. Yep, definitely. There we go. So I know what heading to get on once we're off the ground. Okay. Tune in our squawk code. And turn on transponder. Okay, and we're pretty much ready to roll. We're going to put our flaps into auto, so there we go. and then we are going to switch on our taxi light and make our way to the end of the runway. So we're going to take the parking brake off, and you don't really need to open the throttles to get this thing moving, as it pretty much jumps at the start. Okay. Anybody's wondering, I do have my canopy open. I set that before I started recording. Usually it will start closed. And of course all of the official startup procedures are in the checklist. Just thought I would chop it up a bit and change it a bit, just to make it a little bit more immersive. It's pretty much straightforward startup. It's really easy aircraft to get going. I'm just going to stop here for a second. Okay, brakes are on. And last check. All controls are good. Yep. Close the canopy. Okay, so let's get onto the runway. See, I turned the indexer lights up. I always like them nice and bright so I can see what I'm doing. So pretty much want to be on 270 once we get up in the air. So my configuration is one fuel tank, one ACMI pod and one AIM-9. So there will be a little bit of aileron roll once we get off the ground, but it's pretty simple to trim out. Okay, so brakes are on. I'm just going to throttle up. And the brakes will hold at 100%, just don't enter afterburner with the brakes on. So I'm just going to stop just before. Okay, all is good. All's in green, and brakes off, burners on. Okay, so you want to get off the ground about 160 knots, so I start rotating just before 150, just so that we have a controlled angle of attack to climb up at. Gear up. There we go. Flaps up. And there we go. It was just a pretty simple takeoff. We'll turn around, take the burners off, and make our way towards Trent VOR. And as simple as that. Nice, easy plane to get started and up off the ground. It's taming the beast that was the difficult part. So, with that, I hope this has been of help. And if you've got this far, thank you very much, and as always, take care, and I will catch you in the next one.